Hey bro, if you can just sit through this video, you're gonna know exactly how to go from 8+ hours of screen time down to something where you can actually start a business, start a YouTube channel, start dropshipping, whatever it is you actually want to do. And I'm not gonna give you any of the bullshit of advice like just log in or you can do it or just quit or just delete the apps. I'm not gonna give you any of that bullshit advice, which obviously doesn't fucking work. I'm gonna give you the autistic step-by-step advice, like practical advice, like what you need to do on day 3 and what to do on day 14 and whatever. Also, my screen time has been clean as fuck for the past 3 months. I don't give a shit if you believe me or not. You can just like go look at some of the other videos, but it has been. Right now, this is probably what your life looks like. You wake up, you grab your phone, you start scrolling, and you basically scroll from the moment you wake up till you arrive at your workplace or in school. And you have these ambitions to build something, you have this ambition to, I don't know, like you have an ambition to start like a business or whatever, but you just can't do it because you're so controlled by your phone and whatever. And in this video, I'll help you take back control over your life basically. So day 0. On this day, which is the day right now, what you do is you watch this video, you get to know like everything that you need to know about actually this like process that I've just made. It's up to anyway. And if you're really serious, I suggest you grab a piece of paper and then you can write it down so you don't have to go back to the video and look at it. Which, like, for me, it would be awesome if you went back and looked at the video. Anyway, so you need to like understand the fundamentals first. So most people, this is their goal. Their goal is, I want to become the person who just reads instead of scrolling. I want to become the person who. No, sorry, I'm fuck. That's what you are supposed to do. What most people do is they're like, I don't want to scroll TikTok. I don't want to watch TV series. I don't want to watch movies or whatever. But what you should do is you should figure out who you wish to become. Say, I want to become the person who doesn't need to scroll. I want to become the person who can just sit down and read a book. I want to become the person who doesn't have an intrinsic need for this extra stimulation. So figure out who do you wish to become. I just say, I wish to become the person who can sit down and focus on my business or whatever, right? So then what you first need to do is identify your biggest problem with your phone. For example, it could be scrolling short form content, which I think for 90% of you, it's probably that. So that's one we're gonna go through in this video. Identify your biggest problem, like scrolling on TikTok, on Instagram, whatever, short form content. Maybe it's watching TV shows like Breaking Bad, which is a fucking awesome show. Side tangent, I watched that show like 3 times, like awesome show. Anyway, maybe it's TV shows, maybe it's watching movies, maybe it's watching Mr. Beast, Sidemen, whatever. Maybe it's I don't know what else there is to really be addicted to. So yeah, figure out your biggest problem. In this video, I'm gonna assume your biggest problem is short form content because it's just wrecking your attention span. It's short form content. That's what we're gonna go through. So day 1. When you went to bed on day 0, hopefully you put your phone away. For example, if you're sleeping right here, if this is your bed, hopefully you put your phone away from your bed so you actually had to get up out of your bed to close the alarm. That's what I do every single day. For the past, literally, I think like the past year, 2 years or something, that's what I've done every single day. For other purposes, obviously. But do this so that you don't just intrinsically go through the same habitual steps of your morning routine that you're used to, where you just grab your phone and start scrolling. So you put your phone away from your bed so that when you wake up, you kind of reassure yourself that you're not this person anymore who's just scrolling and doesn't really give a fuck. You're this new person who's really trying to reduce their screen time and improve their attention span. So that's what you do. Then you have to stand up to shut it off. And your only mission for today, like you have one objective for today, and this is gonna sound so stupid and easy. The only thing you do today is you do not watch short form content. You don't watch TikTok, you don't watch Instagram Reels. What you can do is you can watch TV series, you can watch a movie, you can watch Mr. Beast videos, you can watch Sidemen, you can watch everything, just not short form content. You can watch literally anything, okay? The reason why we want to do this is we want the goal to be so achievable that you feel like it's beneath you. And if it's beneath you, you're gonna feel weird if you don't achieve it. So you achieve this goal by day one. Okay, anyway, just day one, whatever you do, don't scroll, do whatever you need to do. If you need to take some heroin or cocaine to not watch short form content, do that. Obviously take that with some nuance, but just don't watch short form content, do whatever you need to do. And don't feel like, this is another side point, don't feel like you failed this if, for example, you're sitting in school or something and something like, oh, like look at this, and then they show it to you. You didn't fail there. It's like, you can watch that, bro. That's all right. Just don't watch it like on your own, okay? So day 2, hopefully you succeeded. Day 1, you put your phone away when you went to bed. You can also scroll while in bed if it's not short form content. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna help you improve slowly, and this is just the first initial step. So when you go to bed, you put your phone away to reinforce this new identity of yours. Strengthen your new identity. When you wake up on day 2, actually feel proud of yourself. For the past probably 2 or 3 years, you haven't went a single day without watching short form content. So now you actually, like, you're 100 times further ahead than you were yesterday, but it felt so easy, but yet you actually completed it. For the past, 2-3 years, you've been stuck consuming short form content, but not anymore. You're this new person, and strengthen that identity. Be happy that you completed whatever. Just do whatever you need to do to confirm your identity. Do the manifestation shit where you're like, I'm not the person who scrolls, whatever. And it actually works. I'm reading this fucking book. I'll get to that later in the video. But yeah. And then what you do on day 2 is the exact same on day 1. For God's sake, whatever you do, just don't scroll short form content. You can watch TV series again, you can watch movies, you can watch Mr. Beast, you can watch Sidemen, you can do all that stuff. Just don't watch short form content. Then, on this day, something that you're gonna do different on this day is try to go to bed without scrolling. Try to, when you're going to bed, because this is a habit for everyone, and it took me a while to get over this habit. And sometimes I do it, but it's like I don't watch short form content or TV series. What I do is I watch a few minutes of a podcast. So it's like the dichotomy of this is extreme, right? So just try to go to bed without scrolling in bed. That just sets the next day up to be 10 times better. But if you do, that's okay. Don't feel like you failed anything. Put your phone away, go to bed, and then put it away. Day 3, try and guess what today is like. I promise you this is not going to be what I say on every single day. Day 3, don't watch short form content. Whatever you do, don't watch short form content. Again, it's gonna probably feel a bit easier on this day when you've done it for 2 days in a row, but hopefully you see the pattern here. It's not about rushing to complete this, rushing to go from this person who's addicted to this other person who is completely different, because you've probably tried that in the past and it hasn't worked for you. So just listen to me. Go slow, take it one step at a time. On day 3 also, what you can do is you can increase friction on the apps like Netflix, HBO. I don't know why you watch the TV series and TV shows and watch the YouTube videos. Obviously, I know why you watch the YouTube videos. You can set up on your phone. There's a natural setting built into your phone where you can set up a screen time. I suggest every single night where you go to bed, or every single morning, I suggest the night, you set the screen time to all of those apps to 0 minutes. We don't set them to 0 minutes because we plan on only consuming 0 minutes of it. It's just this extra bit of layer of friction. For example, when you wake up and for example, let's say you you go up, grab your phone, and then you go back into bed. If you can just start consuming within one click, then you're like much more likely to consume. Instead, if you have to click 5 clicks, you have to click it, click settings, click on the app, click more time, and click OK, and then go onto the app. These small extra steps make such a big difference. And if you can just set the screen time to 0 minutes and be okay with consuming more than that, then that's really good. Day 4. Don't watch short form content. Trust me, there's gonna be different things. I'm just gonna really hammer this into you because it's so important. And if you can just get through the first like 7 days of this, then progress is gonna be like exponential. Day 4, reset your screen time blockers to 0 minutes. Again, it's just this extra bit of friction. It's awesome, it's very good. Try to go to bed without using your phone. If you fail, that's okay. Day 5, don't watch short form content. Reset time blockers on your phone. Try to go to bed without scrolling. If you fail, that's okay. Day 6, blah blah blah, the same as day 5. Day 7, don't watch short form content. But now I suggest you download this app called Block. You can also wait and don't do it. I don't know what's gonna work best for you. But if you download this app called Block, then it's I don't know if it's only on Android. I have an Android phone. But if you have an iPhone, there's plenty of apps where you can download them, and then they can reset the apps where you can't even like bypass it, right? Then I suggest right now I have it so that I can watch 4 minutes of YouTube every hour. So for example, right now it's 9 a.m. So I could watch 4 minutes of YouTube right this hour. Then when it gets to 10 a.m. I can watch 4 minutes again. I suggest you set it to like 45 minutes an hour. I know this sounds ridiculous, but it's just you're gonna get these small bits of pauses. You could even set it to like 50 minutes or 55 minutes, so that it like kind of ensures that you don't watch more than 2 hours in a row. And I just suggest you experiment it, set it to like 55 minutes an hour, then reduce it to like 50 minutes an hour, and just try to get yourself to experience these small bits of friction when you're using your phone. So on this day, you also remove another layer of your reduction. Let me see if it's still recording. Yeah. So set it to like 50 minutes, 55 minutes. Then this day is so incredibly important. If you can succeed with this day, I would say there's probably like a 95% chance that you actually go through and complete this whole process. So what you do now is you remove another bit of your consumption. So let's say the biggest problem in your life was the short form content. Then you remove that. Then you started probably consuming a lot more of another thing. And the thing that you ended up consuming the most of in these 7 days is the thing that you should eliminate next. So let's say it was watching TV series, which it also has been for me. I'm going off my own pattern. So if it was TV series that was the second biggest problem in your life, then you remove that. So instead of watching TV series, which you probably like, you'll see a clear pattern. When you remove short form content, the next biggest stimulant will show up, and it's probably gonna be TV series, I could imagine. What you do now is you remove TV series. Now the only thing that you're practically gonna do is like gonna watch stimulating YouTube videos, Mr. Beast, Sidemen, whatever there is, and movies. You can also watch movies. For the next 7 days, you do not watch short form content and you do not watch TV series. That's all you do for 7 days straight. Now we're on day 14. What is the next biggest constraint in your life? I think it's gonna be movies. I think you're gonna watch a shit ton of movies. So that's what we're gonna remove now. So now we remove short form content, we remove the TV series, and we remove the movies. So now practically the only thing that you can watch now is gonna be like Mr. Beast, Sidemen. It's been like 3 months since I watched any of that like kind of content, so I don't remember what else there is. There's like Mr. Beast and Sidemen. They have thousands of videos, so there's plenty of stuff to watch. Do that for 7 days. Only watch long form YouTube videos, and you're naturally gonna gravitate towards the most stimulating, which is gonna be Mr. Beast and Sidemen, whatever. Day 21, we take this a tiny step further because now it's gonna get more difficult. So what you do now is the channels that you watched for the past 7 days, if it was Mr. Beast, if it was Sidemen, you just remove that layer. So now you can still watch extremely stimulating long form YouTube videos, but you just don't watch Mr. Beast or Sidemen. Then you can watch like a beta squad. I think that's like a copycat of Sidemen, and then what's a copycat of Mr. Beast? There's like I don't know, bro. You know what I mean, right? So you just try to remove this one layer. So the people that you watched through the past 7 days, you remove that as well. Okay. And repeat that for 7 days. Don't watch any of the creators that you just talked about. So take this a tiny step further by not watching the creators that you just watched. And instead, I suggest you watch educational creators instead. Like there is this creator called I Did a Thing. Yeah, that was the name. I Did a Thing. That's like educational. He's making crazy things, and you can find, if you can just find some channels where it's educational but it's extremely stimulating. Like for example, I Did a Thing. All of his videos, they're like slower paced, they're educational, but they're also stimulating. So do that for the next 7 days. Now, day 35, this is gonna be one of the most important days as well. You remove that as well. Now you only watch long form, educational, podcast, video like this. Cause like I'm making videos that I would watch myself. Like if I was in your position, like right now I'm only watching videos that I'm producing myself like this. Then instead of that, then it's with like self-improvement and like entrepreneur stuff, and then I'm like reading. And this could be the final step, but I'm taking this a step further. I'm now trying to transition into only reading, and my goal right now is to only read and then watch like 1, 2, or 3 different creators. And the creators that I'm watching right now is Hamza, I'm watching Charlie Morgan, and then like this guy called Ed Lawrence, and then I'll maybe be watching a bit of like Alex Hormozi. So I'm trying to just transition it into only reading. Great. That's what you could do, but you could also just finish on day 35 and then only watch these kinds of videos. Then you can actually focus on the thing that you wanted to focus on, the YouTube channel, the dropshipping, the whatever, right? Here's an important part that you need to know. What to do if you fail? What if you on day 4 accidentally watched an hour of short form content? What do you do then? This is exactly what you do. A few weeks ago, I did a 7-day challenge just to challenge myself. I cut out everything. I stopped watching YouTube videos. I stopped watching podcasts. I stopped listening to music. I cut out everything. Basically, the only thing I could do was like read and I don't remember. I cut out everything basically. And then on day 5, I fucked up. I accidentally watched educational YouTube video, and I watched that for about 30 minutes, and then I was like, no, fuck this. I'm not gonna let this one tiny part ruin my entire week. So I was just like, fuck this. I'm gonna go back to it. And then after the 30 minutes of procrastination of watching the YouTube video, I just got straight back to it, and that's what I did. I finished the week, and that's great. Like, so if on day 4 you accidentally watch an hour of short form content, what you need to do is, instead of saying, okay, I'm gonna get back to it tomorrow, if you say you're gonna back to it tomorrow, you're not gonna get back to it. What you do instead is you get back to it on the same day. So, like I did where I accidentally watched half an hour of short form content, I just got straight back to it on the same day. If you can do the same and get back to it on the exact same day, then you're not gonna have a problem basically. So here's an example. You weren't supposed to, I don't know, watch movies or something. Then you accidentally watch a movie, you maybe watch 2 movies or something, After that, this is gonna sound so weird. You take a shower, you go for a walk, you hit a workout, you do something where it puts you into a different state. And when you do that, you can tell yourself that, okay, no more movies today, I'm gonna get straight back to it on the same day. When you do that, then it's all good. Then you haven't failed the day. If you fail and then you get back to it on the same day, then you haven't failed, in my opinion. So yeah, if you don't get back to it on the same day, and you get back to it on this, and you tell yourself you're gonna get back to it on the next day, then you're gonna lose all the progress that you've just gained, because you're not gonna get back to it tomorrow. You're gonna start scrolling tomorrow, and that's a fact. So here are some extreme measures you can take if this doesn't sound like it worked to you. You can do 3 things. You can get an accountability partner, you can make a habit contract, or you can buy a dummy phone. So accountability is you tell a friend, okay, I'm gonna quit this, or you tell a parent you're not gonna watch short form content for the next 7 days, and then you're gonna do this and then that. And please help keep me accountable. You can also incentivize them and say, if I do mess up, I send you $100, $50, whatever. That way they're gonna help keep you accountable. Another thing you can do is making a habit contract, which I learned from this book. You could make a contract and then you could say, in 30 days, I will only watch educational videos, whatever, right? And then you say it to someone, and then it's like, I'm gonna give you $500 if I fuck it up. Then there's no way you're gonna fail with that. Another thing you can do is you can buy a dummy phone. I don't really suggest this because then you're just gonna watch TV, you're just gonna watch something else, but you could buy a dummy phone. You can look into that. And I gotta get some breakfast because I gotta get to school and I gotta read a bit. So yeah, go do this stuff and have a good rest of your day. See you, brother. Actually take action, bro.